Hey guys, Chlorine King here, time for another vlog. I know it's been a long time and I apologize. I've been out for about 3 weeks now. I went into the ER one night a couple weeks back thinking I just had the flu, and they found an infection in me that they had to cut out of me. So I was in the hospital for about a week and then been rehabbing since, so I haven't been moving much, which it's a great time for a topic of what do you do when you're down with an injury or sick time or anything like that. How can you limit clients dropping off? Fortunately, I didn't have any clients drop off. In fact, I actually gained some while I was down. And I mean, a lot of that has to do with my employee. And so, you know, if you have employees, that's one of the many perks of having them is, you know, if you're down for a certain period of time, you know, you have someone that, you know, cares about your company, that's going to take care of you, and not necessarily worry about people poaching your accounts. But this video is going to be more along the lines of if you're a one-man show or one-woman show, what do you do? So the first thing I would do is absolutely be honest with your clients. You know, I emailed them that night in the hospital, you know, just letting them know what's going on, and so that way they're up to date. You know, the thing I hate the most is not being able to get to a client on their scheduled service day. It bothers me personally, because to me that shows inconsistency and unreliability. So that's the first thing I did, because obviously I know that I was going to overload my employee with all my pools because I wasn't there to help take care of the workload. So that would be my number one thing, is just to communicate with your clients and be honest with them. You know, when I asked in the ER how long the process is going to take, you know, the nurse said it's going to be approximately 3 to 4 weeks of downtime. I immediately thought, oh crap, what's going to happen to my business? Because, you know, a lot of bad stuff can happen to a pool in 3 to 4 weeks if it's left unserviced. I knew I had my employee who had my back, but if I was just by myself, what would I do? So that's the first thing I would do, is be very communicative with your clients, let them know exactly what's going on. And through the process, I gave updates. You know, if my employee got behind, you know, there was one day where he had an appointment himself that he had to go to, plus the weather was bad, so he really didn't get Tuesday pools done at all. And so Wednesday he had to do Tuesday's pools, and, you know, so on and so forth till he finished. So as soon as I learned that, I fired off another email and said, hey, you know, Jim's a little backed up today. Don't worry, we're going to get to you, and all that. And a lot of them really appreciate it. And actually, a lot of my clients actually said, hey, you know, don't worry about it. You know, our pool's great. You've been doing a good job. So if you need to skip us for a week, don't worry about it. And that's really cool too. I mean, that shows what kind of relationship you can have with your clients. You know, they understand your situation and understand that, hey, this isn't, you know, I'm not trying to sneak off a vacation. You know, I was in the hospital with it could have been a fatal infection. So be honest. Another thing you do, I'm friendly with several companies in my area, smaller companies, and a lot of them offered to take part of my workload and do part of my pools, which is great. So that's another thing you do. Start building up a network of people, you know, because I already have a network. You know, if I'm beyond too busy, you know, I got a guy that does green pools, I got a guy that does acid washes, I got a guy that, you know, does lights, you know, so I really have someone I could call on at any time that will take care of some stuff that I get called on to do if I'm too busy or injured or whatever. So start mingling with some other companies, become friendly with them, you know, ask them what they specialize in, and you never know, one day you may need them, and it'll come back to you. They may need you. So it's always a good idea to network with the clients. So that's another thing you could do. You know, just lastly, you should be doing this anyways, but you need to offer, if you're going to be gone for several weeks, especially now that we're entering swim season when it starts getting hotter and stuff like that, with the exception today, it's a little chilly today, but you know, you can't afford to let a pool go untreated for 3 to 4 weeks. So one thing you could do to help smooth over the situation, if you know, you're going to be gone for a while, is offer to fix any issues that happen in the pool. That should be a given, but you'd be surprised how many people don't actually do that, you know. So if you follow those steps, it's going to help you get through, you know, any downtime you have and keep your clients happy, because that's the name of the game. You know, it's not their fault that you had this injury, and it's not your fault either, but there's some steps you can take to make sure that they're taken care of and you retain those clients. So like and subscribe as always, and don't forget to comment in the videos. Have a great day, everyone.